Hi, my name is Lawrence Lighton. I'm a systems engineer with Fortinet for the English-speaking Caribbean based out of Trinidad and Tobago. I'm here to talk to you today about the FortiSwitches. We have a wide variety of different switches, 8-port up to 48-port. We can do copper uplinks, fiber uplinks. We can do PoE, PoE+. We can do fiber interfaces or copper interfaces. We also have data center level switches that can do 40 gig uplinks or 100 gig uplinks. If you have a FortiGate in your network, you can integrate those FortiGates with your FortiSwitches. And with that, you will automatically get this kind of topology built out, where the FortiGate acts as the switch controller, and you'll be able to see exactly which port is being used as an uplink and what's the status of each of those ports. This is not something that you need to license. Once you have a FortiGate and a FortiSwitch, you'll be able to build out this kind of topology automatically. You'd also be able to see exactly how the devices are connected to the switches. You'll be able to see exactly which port the device is connected to on the switch. If you right click on the device, you'll be able to drill down and see exactly what destinations and what applications the device is visiting. So what I want to focus on today is the new feature in FortiOS 6.4, which is the NAC feature. This is not FortiNAC. You can think of it like NAC Lite. So let's dive straight in. So the topology that we'll be looking at today would be a FortiGate 81E PoE connected to a FortiSwitch 248E. I am going to physically plug in an access point here to the switch. And I am also going to physically plug in my computer onto the switch. And what I'm looking to accomplish today is I want those devices to automatically be detected by the switch and automatically be placed on the appropriate VLAN. Now, I could have done this manually. Like, for example, with port 10, I could have come and set the native VLAN as the guest VLAN as is set up here. And the devices, like for example, this laptop is connected to port 10 and it is on the guest VLAN because it's connected to port 10. You can see that it has an IP on the guest VLAN and it will be with the guest privileges. But I don't want to have an administrator have to configure the port every time a user comes in. Let's say it's a temporary staff worker. They come in and they want to plug into a switch port. I don't want to constantly have to modify those ports on the switches to set the appropriate VLAN as an administrator. I would prefer if that can automatically be done. So how is that accomplished? You'll see this new access mode set up here where it says NAC. So with that, you can set up FortiSwitch NAC policies. With these NAC policies, you can define specific criteria that determines how a device is going to drop onto a particular VLAN. So for example, I put this MAC address here as it's my access points MAC address, and I'm going to say that this MAC address is going to drop onto the AP VLAN automatically. Similarly, if I have users that are coming into the network and plugging into a port, I want them to have a captive portal come up, and based on the credentials that they enter, I want them to drop onto a particular VLAN based on the group that they're in. So for example, if I come here and I try to get to the internet, a captive portal comes up. And if I log in, I see successful authentication. So once I log in, I would be able to drop onto that temp staff VLAN. So I just need to give this a while, and I would see those devices that I've plugged into get automatically matched by those FortiSwitch NAC policies. So let's just give it a bit. In the meantime, let's show you how it works in the background. We have those devices, when they come online, they're going to go onto the onboarding VLAN at first. So while it's on the onboarding VLAN, it's going to be doing the communication to determine what VLAN it should drop onto. So the laptop is on the onboarding VLAN. The AP is on the onboarding VLAN. And if we look at the FortiSwitch NAC policies now, we'd see the laptop is now on the temp staff VLAN. It has matched the policy, and the access point has also matched the policy. And this is also dropping onto the AP management VLAN. If we look at the FortiSwitch ports, we're going to see that the allowed VLANs, you now see the AP management VLAN as an allowed VLAN, and you also see the temp staff VLAN as an allowed VLAN. If you look at the laptop's VLAN that it drops onto, the AP VLAN that it drops onto, it's still onboarding. So we give it a little while. Let's refresh. And we'll probably edit this out because it's a lot of waiting period. It's a lot of waiting. Bit of waiting. And here we see the laptop is now on the temp staff VLAN, as expected. We also see the AP on the AP management VLAN. And if we look at the physical topology, if we update this, we see those devices connected. We could expand that and we'd see the access point and the MacBook Pro connected to the network. Thank you very much. And you will find more details about how to configure these things in the description of this video below.